Alrighty, everybody, welcome back. Episode 2 of Endryd Haar, the Ribbon Hound. And I can't get my goddamn brush. Alright, there we go. Oh, it's still a little stained. Alright, so, as you can see, we got the Nick Pro using a 5. And now that everything has had time to dry, I went downstairs, said hi to the wife, said hi to the boy. The daughter is still asleep. So we're going to let her sleep because everybody has been going through a cycle of sickness. Except for me. I have not been sick this time. These days, I don't even care if I get sick because it just gets me out of work, a place that I loathe. So, besides all that bullshit, there he is, Endryd Haar. His Black Templar shaded armor has now dried. And like I said, we're going to go with our new dry brushes. And we're going to do him up. Try to get him nice. And we're going to also test it on the base just a little bit. There we go. Because the base I want to hit with another color. I really, really do. Basically, I'm going to take these highlights and then I'm going to hit it with that skeleton horde. But before we get to any of that, let's do this. This was going to be my technique for the Sons of Malice. They are primed. He is primed black, and I was going to take a dry brush to it because I had tested it already with the... Well, you know what? He's right behind me. Oh, almost fell. So I tested the dry brushing with... Let me see if I can bring this up to you. All right, you see that? You see that World Eater shoulder? Yeah, that was black, and I'm sure you could tell. And it was just dry brushed with white. And I dry brushed it to the point where it came out that way. And I was like, dude, I did not know I could pull that off. Because I know that is a technique to do. And I honestly just didn't know that I could do it. And I was like, ooh, now that I've seen I can do it. Oh, that means we're gonna do it. So I primed our Sons of Malice white. I'm sorry, black. And that was going to be our goal. That was going to be our challenge, was to do that. And obviously for this one, we're just going to go with what we can. All right, we can't, we're not going for the white, of course. We're just going for your basic edge highlighting, or not edge highlighting, basic dry brushing, just to pick out everything, but to still leave plenty of the black. Because even though he's a World Eater, he is a Black Shield. And I adore Black Shields. Their lore and reasoning is so cool. And it's different for everyone, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. We've still got some doom metal going in the background. Yeah. And it's working. It's working for us. It's getting me motivated. It's keeping our head in the game when it comes to thinking about Mr. Endryd Haar. You know, it's quite amazing how simple some of the techniques are, and the amazing result they can have on it, because it just looks so easy, right? I don't know if I'm making it look easy, but I feel like it just looks so easy. I've seen painters do things, and I'm like, God damn, if it was that easy, then what the fuck? God damn, the paint got stuck to this. Whew. Paint on the palette actually got stuck to this. Interesting. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Get. All right. It's looking great, man. I'm loving it. Loving it. Get one more. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Not too much, not too much. Whew. Well, that tack is not holding that well. There we go. It's still not holding that well. That's okay. That's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. Check it out. This is brand new tacky tack. Tacky tack. I just pulled it out of the case for this mini. All right. You really don't want to stick, do you? Fuck you. Grab a new one. Put it right there. Put it right there. And there you go. That's simple. Doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. So, all right. Now that we got that going, we are going to jump to our death metal because I really want to know what this is fully like. Got enough of it right there. Let's go find a brush that we like. That will do. That will do. That will do, pig. That will do. It almost has like a green tint to it. Excuse me. Good Lord. All right. Now, the reason I had avoided all of the... man, what... they're not... obviously not rivets. I don't know. I can't brain right now. So these metal... the metal down his legs, I wanted to paint a little differently. I didn't want to paint them silver, maybe. I kind of wanted to see what the death metal would do first. So here we are, figuring out what the death metal will do. Because we've experimented with it just barely with our Obsidian Suns. And I feel like all of our color choices there really worked out. Honestly, I think my favorite part of that model was the cape. The cape came out fucking beautiful. I think that was even the first thing my wife pointed out. She was like, dude, nice job on the cape. And I was like, honestly, right? Like, holy shit. Can't believe it turned out the way it did. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum-bum. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Digging this death metal, though. Death metal. Pretty awesome. And I'm not even a huge death metal fan, music-wise. I am a metalhead through and through, no matter what. But this metalhead also adores Fish and The Cure. Maybe just a tad of, like, Gnarls Barkley. I don't care if he changed his fucking name. I don't care. I'm still going to call him Gnarls Barkley because that's just how I know him. Now, if I ever met the guy and he was like, hey, I'm sorry, but will you please call me CeeLo Green? All right, fine. Yes, sir. You got it. But for now, fuck you. You are Gnarls Barkley because, honestly, to me, that's a fucking great name, dude. I love that name. If you don't think it's a great name, that's fine. But, sir, I believe you had a badass name right there. Gnarls Barkley. Because, honestly, one of my favorite words out there is gnarly. And the fact that your name was Gnarls, I'm like, dude, that's a pretty cool name. That's a pretty fucking metal name, in my opinion. It's fucking metal as fuck, dude. All right, fuck it. We're just painting the whole damn belt. We'll come back later. All right. So, how's everybody doing this week? Doing all right? Hope we're doing all right. Because we're not doing too bad here. Just trying to paint. Have a good time. And we are having a good time. We're having a great time. We're having a fucking fantastic morning right now, which is good. I'm trying to hold on to it and not get too meta about it because we're just living in the moment, having fun. This is what life is about. Doing the shit you love, seeing the people you love. And I love doing the shit you love with the people you love, but they don't always have to be doing it with you. It's all right. That's okay. I do miss painting with friends. I do. I was just talking to my old roommate yesterday, and very tempted to ask him if he wants to find a day that we can just sit and paint. Let's just sit and paint, man. I haven't seen you in forever. So what do you say? And right here, we're just kind of messing around with this. If this color stays, cool. I mean on the gun, because honestly, I don't know what to do with this gun. It's kind of plain looking. It's got a lot of black. Right here on this little panel is supposed to be some hazard stripes, and I kind of don't care. I don't really care about it. So I'm probably not going to bother with that. But the barrel right here, I'm probably going to do silver. I do find it funny though. If you can see that, I'll put it over my hand. You could see. Oh, you silly bastards! Look at you guys being silly bastards. Ooh, you know what? Because I love doing that look, and I'm not going to do it with the silver, but there's plenty of knuckle studs to do it. So we're going to paint his fingers with this death metal. You saw me do something similar before with the Angels Resplendent, and then with the Obsidian Suns. How when it comes to like a power fist, I will sometimes do the fingers in silver or some kind of metallic. Because honestly, I just love that look. It's awesome, and if that's my signature look for it, then fucking great. If it is not my signature look for it, if other people do it, fine. That's fine. And I've always wondered if people, how will people know it's my work? So like with artists out there and painters and shit, you can tell whose artwork is what, more or less, because they have a style. You know, they have a signature style, and that's what they're known for. So I've been curious as to what, if people can tell where my work is without having seen, my logo out there, or someone telling you, if you see a model, could you tell it was mine? Often wondered about that because I try to do anything in life with my kind of styling. How would I do things? You know, skateboarding was always a huge thing about style. I learned that from the Z-Boys, from the Zephyr team. You had to have style, man, because if you didn't have style, if you didn't look good, dude, no one's going to want to watch you. So I was always trying to figure out a way to have good style. I wanted to have really good style. A signature style that would stand out and go, yeah, oh yeah, that's them. It has it all over it. Look at it. Of course that's them. Now, with painting miniatures, unless I have seen people where I'm like, damn, that's very specific, and then I see the rest of their work, and you can tell that is their style, and it's fantastic. I've always wondered if I'll be able to pull that off, and I just don't know. I just don't know. But that's neither here nor there right now. Right now, we're just worried about doing up Endryd Haar. And I think that's going to be it for our black metal. So we're going to move on to one of my favorite go-tos. Where you at? Son of a bitch. No, not the red copper. No, not the brass. God damn it. Rough iron, get out of here. Damn, where is it? Of course, last one I pick up. You all know it. You all love it. True copper. It's just so awesome. It's got that beautiful, rich, dark tone to it. It's not terribly dark, but it looks so good. Painted over black, it looks pretty dark. But I loved the copper look inside of this. I'd seen it on the models and in the artwork that all the exposed underwork was that bronze color, and I was like, dude, that's perfect because that just contrasts beautifully. It stands the fuck out, honestly. And I do love the fact that Endryd Haar, he's a Black Shield and he denounced his legion and everything, but he still has part of his part of the insignia still on here. And I'm not going to paint it silver because that's just not how I would ever do it. It would have had to been something very specific for me to do silver for the insignia. Because I need the remnants of it showing. So that's that. Put you down, pick you up. Bloop. I was gonna do all the studs in this bronze too, or this copper, sorry, because it just looks so fucking good against black. But it's all right. We're probably just gonna get out the gunmetal because it will help the undercoating show with that copper even more. It's gonna look fucking great. It's gonna look fucking dope. All right, let's do this top. Because see, he even has this still on him. And I love it. Because it's like, even though he denounced his own chapter for falling to chaos, he still knows who he is. And honestly, if this is an Iron Halo and this is working the same way that Iron Halos are supposed to work, I wouldn't be shocked if he did not drop it because it's going to give him that protection. The shielding that these things do. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I remember, the Iron Halos above them are not just there as decoration and showing how amazing I am or like, wow, how accomplished I am as a fucking Marine and blah, 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 blah. Like, no, it actually served a tactical purpose for having like built-in shielding. And that's why they were, so amazing and coveted. It's because you could have that. And of course you could have them stylized. Have it look like your fucking chapter and everything. And that's amazing. I love it. Love it, 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 love it. No, I wasn't going to go with that. Yeah. But I'll paint this skull, that brass, because why not? I'll give a little hint in there. A little hint in there. Just because. Why not have it match? Why not have it match? And speaking of matching, you know what? I was going to leave this alone, but we're not going to. No, this vague-ass World Eater logo on the bottom of their boot, I feel like it's such an unnecessary thing for them. Oh, man. But I love it. I love the fact that you would actually even bother having that. Certain shoes have their grips and whatnot, and I think that's fantastic. Oof, that went on a little thick. All right. Because yeah, we're gonna come back in here for this skull, and we're gonna do. Ooh, come on. There we go. Try not to get too sloppy doppy with it. Sloppity doppity. Sloppity doppity. All right. All right. Still need to get the leather straps on there. That was another reason why we were going to try to update that base coloring a little bit. Speaking of which, let me go get that skeleton horde. Actually, shut. We're at 20 minutes already. You know what? I already said we're going to do it. So, skeleton horde. Oh, where are you at? Motherfucker. That's not you. That's not you either. That's not you. That's that. Fuck, damn it. Where is it? Oh my god. Bear with me, folks. I don't know what the hell happened. And we're like a second away from just snapping and throwing shit everywhere because I can't fucking find it. The skeleton horde. It's gone. There it is. My god. All right. My god. I didn't know we were already at 20 minutes, so I already said I was going to give you guys this part, so we're going to give it to you. All right, and then we'll cut for the next episode. Yeah. Skeleton horde, just to give it a different shade, because I don't want it to match his leather strappings too much there. You know, we based it in Steel Legion Drab, or Leather Brown for Army Painter. And then I dry brushed it, of course, with Mummy Robes by Army Painter. And now we're going back over everything with Citadel's Skeleton Horde. A contrast paint, aka a speed paint, if I'm not mistaken on how that works. So yeah, like I said, to give it a different, just a bit of a different shade, because those straps are definitely going to be colored brown, leather. Same with his belt. And I just want to make sure that everything, that these things don't necessarily match too much. Ooh. Sorry, one of my favorite songs from the Doom soundtrack just came on, Titan. Fucking love Titan. All right, anyway, now that we got that, I will see you guys on the next round. You're going to stay happy and healthy, aren't you? Yeah, you fucking better. All right, I'll see you guys on episode 3. Peace. Wait a minute. Void Father, please guide their brushes. Thank you.